Okay, welcome back to another week of Cantonese studying. It's been a pretty hectic week this week for me. I hope your week went well. Quick tea update. So this week's tea is bole, which is commonly you have this at dim sum, or anytime you're going to have like heavier food or greasier food, you could use the bole tea to kind of like clear your stomach, make you feel just kind of balance out the fattier food or the oils or whatever. So yeah, like I said, this week is a little bit crazy with things going on in the world and the quarantine and all this, but I hope you're doing well and that you're ready to study, because today we're going to start a brand new story. It is Ling's Stories 2. So this is a continuation of the Ling Stories 1, which we studied probably about 3 months ago at this point. And it's going to be basically the same sort of slice of life story, a continuation of her and her family and what they're doing in and around Hong Kong. And I'm excited to see if we can pick up on some of the same things we might have already learned in the first story, and then also expound upon that, see if there's going to be additional vocab or review of existing vocab we had picked up in the prior story. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So you'll see here that this story is 10 chapters. Today we'll try to do the first 3 chapters. So mom and dad, relatives, and the MTR is out of order. Chapter 1, Mom and Dad, is Aba Tung Ama, so Dad and Mom. Vocab. As always, we'll read through the vocab first, talk a little bit about anything we notice in the vocab. Then we'll listen to the dialogue once without having read it, try to see how much of the dialogue we can understand, and then we'll read the dialogue, confirm our understanding, correct any mistakes, listen to it one more time as we follow along so we can get some character practice, and then move on to the next chapter. So, part 1, first word is dialogue, which is mainland. So that would be like mainland China as opposed to Hong Kong. So I've actually never looked this up. I believe that's what it is, but let's just double check that. Dialogue. Yeah, China. So it's sort of comparing and contrasting the mainland part of China. So if you don't know, China has a number of different sort of subsections with different rules and regulations. So when they refer to mainland China, they refer to the largest portion of China, which includes cities you might be familiar with like Beijing or Shanghai, cities which are then part of provinces, etc. But then there are these other areas which are a part of China but are governed in different ways. So for example, Hong Kong is a part of this special administrative region, or SAR, where it's you might have heard like one country, two systems, for example. And there are other areas that are similar to this, like Macau, for example. So dialogue. I'm not sure if this is even a word someone from mainland China would use that much. I don't know, but it's sort of comparing and contrasting. Like if you're in Hong Kong, you say dialogue, then you're talking about the mainland part of China as opposed to the Hong Kong SAR, or Special Administrative Region. Okay, so that's that one. And then Chutsai, we've seen that before. That means to be born. Tao is to immigrate illegally. Okay, Tao I wonder if this is the same Tao that means to steal. So if you say like Tao, yeah. Yeah, so this Tao, to steal something. So Tao must mean steal, snatch, thief. And then this is just Do. So that's interesting. Something with steal means immigrate. Like stolen location, maybe? I think this is the same Do that's just like place. No, that's this one though, right? So this is the Do, which is like place. But the Do in that word, Tao Do, had the, what was it, the Sui on the left? So Tao Do, spend, cross. Oh, to cross or pass through. So illegal, it's basically like a legal passage is illegal immigration. Okay, makes sense. Then Yunde, people or other people. Gai Siu, to introduce or recommend. Fan Dai Luk, to return back to the mainland. Fan Dai Luk. Sik, to know. Git Fun, to get married. Then part 2, Sun Ting, is to apply, like apply application, to apply for something. Deng Zhao is has waited. Deng Zhao. Sun Qing Dou, to apply successfully. Sun Qing Dou. Lai, to come down. Lai Dou, to arrive. Gong Chong is a factory, so work, and then I don't know what Chong is. It must be something to do with factory. Zhou Ye, to work, to do stuff. Part 3, Guo Zhao, is past. So Guo is to pass, and then Zhao makes it past tense. So past, ed. Tao is to take care of young children. I don't know if that's like babysit, I guess. Tao. Yetse, all along, all the while. I've also heard Yetsek Hoi, which is like straight ahead. Law is to get. And then Wun Goi Te, toy car. This looks like the same character as Wan for fun, but maybe the pronunciation changes in this word. So here we can see it means toy. Also means to play or have fun. So we'll have to listen to the dialogue to see if it actually changes to Wun, or if this is just a difference in the romanization and it's actually still Wan. Wun Goi Te. Next is Gung Zai. So Gung is the same Gung as in like grandpa, Gung Gung. Zai is like kid, like son, or like diminutive or small. So you can add zai at the end of different things and it sort of makes it small. Zai, or just kind of like you can add that onto words to make it like a smaller. Like here's a good one. So gao zai is like a dog. I guess in that case, I don't know if it means small per se, or it just means, yeah, Actually, I shouldn't say for sure that that's what that means, but I've always viewed it as sort of like, yeah, so gaozai is puppy. Versus just gao, dog. Yeah, so I think it's like, it makes it smaller, basically. Okay, so this means doll. Gongzai. Oh wow, we still have a lot more vocab here. I thought we were almost done. Part 4 looks like it has a lot of new words. So part 4 we have do, which is until. Daizao, which is to grow up. Sikdak, to know. Jiugu, look after. Okay. Zige is oneself. Xinzi, only then. Chut fan hai is to go back. So that makes sense. That one is, it's kind of compound word, but if you break it apart, it makes sense. So chut is like outside or to go outside. You could say chut hai, to go outside. And then fan is return. And then hai, to go. So chut fan hai kind of makes sense. Next is jai ta, at the beginning. So we know that jai is I guess, would that be called an adverb? It's the word that means most. So you put this in front of different words, different adjectives to make it the most. So for example, you could probably say jai chang, which would be longest, or like longest as in length. You could say jai go, which would be tallest as in height, jai go. Jai dai, biggest, where dai is big, so jai dai would be biggest. So hopefully that makes sense. Can add that in front of words to make it the most of something. Now this ta, I don't know that word, so I want to look that up. Ta. At first, at the beginning, first. Okay, ta, first. So this just is like very much the first, so at the beginning. Okay. Baozhong, packing. Gongyan is a worker, so work, person. Gongyan. Haomei is later on. Chong is factory. Bunsai, to move completely. Serang Dai look, up to the mainland. So we talked a little bit about directions a couple weeks ago, where Serang is like above, or in terms of the calendar, it's before, like previous. Ha is like below, or in terms of the calendar, it's after. So this sort of makes sense because we're just saying going up to the mainland, which again, if you're thinking about in terms of the geography, Hong Kong is south of, so Hong Kong is in southern China. It's like southern, and so to get to the border to the mainland, you have to go north. So you're going up to the mainland. Next is, let's see, 今早係. So changed to, June is change. So you could use it for like changing to a different bus, that sort of change. 咗 makes it past tense. 去 means go, so 轉咗去 change to. That makes sense. That's kind of like a new combination of words for me, but I knew the individual words. 而家 is now, and then asum is an ant. All these things. Okay, so that's a lot of new vocab for this one chapter. I'm curious if Ling's Stories 2 is going to be more difficult than Ling's Stories 1, or the other stories that we've done so far. So far, I feel like most of the stories have been about the same difficulty overall. A few chapters here and there were more difficult, but I guess we'll see how complex some of these dialogues are. Right, so we've done the vocab. We're going to listen to the chapter 1 now. So listen carefully and see what we can pick up. Keep in mind that it was mom and dad for this chapter, so probably talking about the history of her parents, maybe.
第一課阿爸同阿媽。我阿爸阿媽都係喺大陸出世嘅。阿爸18歲偷渡嚟香港，20歲嗰陣，人哋介紹佢返大陸識阿媽，跟住佢哋就喺大陸結婚。結婚之後，阿爸就申請阿媽嚟香港，等咗4年，阿媽就申請到落嚟香港。阿媽嚟到香港之後，就去工廠做嘢。過咗1年，阿哥出世，阿媽要湊阿哥，所以阿媽就冇去工廠做嘢，但係就一直都有喺工廠攞嘢返屋企做，好似玩具車同公仔咁。到我哋大咗，識得照顧自己，阿媽先至出返去返工。阿媽最初去工廠做包裝工人，後尾啲廠搬晒上大陸，阿媽就轉咗去而家呢間公司做阿嬸。
Okay, yeah, so that was difficult for me. It seemed rather long. It's only a minute long, though, but I missed a lot of the details. I kept up with it for the first third to first half, I would say. It said that Ling, the narrator, who's Ling in this case, she says that the parents are both born in the mainland, and the father, I think it was when he was 18, he immigrated illegally to Hong Kong, I guess. And then she said an age that I think he returned back to the mainland, but I didn't catch the age. I think it was 20-something, 21 maybe. So then that's where he knows of, becomes familiar with the mom. Then it was something like he applies first for immigration, like proper immigration to Hong Kong. Something about having to wait 4 years, and then the mom applies. They said something about them getting married. I don't know if they got married in the mainland or after. There was something where they said later on or afterwards they got married, but I didn't catch whether that was in the mainland or in Hong Kong. Then they said one of them or both of them worked in a factory. After some time, I forget how much time, the sibling was born, and then I think the mom stopped going to work. She was at home, maybe doing work, and then there was probably still another half dozen sentences there that at the end I just didn't catch. They're talking about different types of factory work and what they're doing and all this, but at that point I was sort of thinking about the previous sentences that I had listened to and trying to interpret them, and just kind of fell behind. So I think that was pretty good, but as I've said in previous streams, if it's a chapter that has a lot of new vocab, then it's not likely I would catch everything, because whenever I hear a word, if it's a word I don't know at all, I just kind of skip over it. But if it's a word I sort of know, like in this case, we just read them, so I sort of know them, but I don't know them well enough, so there's like this time it takes to recall from your short-term memory and remember what the word means. And that recall is slow if it's something you don't know very well. So if it's a word I sort of know, then I kind of get stuck thinking about the word, and then I lose it in the next couple sentences. I lose track or fall behind. So that was pretty tough. That's a good sign, though, because it's good to have a challenge, and it just means that there's more to learn. Okay, so now we'll read. Let's find the section that has, I guess these are the only sections. Yeah. So this PDF is formatted a little bit differently from the other ones we've studied so far. It's a little bit nicer actually, in that they have the 3 columns, it looks like, one for the characters, one for the romanization, and then one for the English, and they're all sort of lined up, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we're going to read now. So 我阿爸阿媽都係喺大陸出世嘅. So dad and mom both were born in the mainland. 阿爸18歲, dad 18 years old. 18歲偷渡嚟香港. So immigrated illegally to Hong Kong. 20歲嗰陣，人哋介紹佢返大陸識阿媽。So 20 years old at the time, people introduce him back to the mainland to know mom. So 人哋, so other people introduced 介紹佢 him 返大陸識阿媽 back to the mainland. So I'm assuming, so she's in the mainland, and it doesn't sound like he necessarily returned to the mainland full time, but maybe when he was visiting, I'm not sure. Then 跟住佢哋就喺大陸結婚. Okay, so then after that, they got married in the mainland of China. Part 2, 結婚之後，阿爸就申請阿媽嚟香港. Okay, so it sounds like maybe he never got properly, like he's immigrated in the sense that he's allowed to do what he needs to, but I guess they just like maybe falsified documents or something. But basically, once they got married, he basically helped the mom to apply to come to Hong Kong. 等咗4年, so waited 4 years. 阿媽就申請到落嚟香港. And then after successfully applying, she came down to Hong Kong. 阿媽嚟到香港之後，就去工廠. So after she arrived, she went to the factory to work. 去工廠做嘢. Okay, part 3. 過咗1年，阿哥出世，阿媽要湊阿哥. So after 1 year passed, then Ago, the older brother, was born, and mom needed to take care of him, take care of the older brother. 所以阿媽就冇喺工廠做嘢，但係就一直都有喺 So then the mom didn't go to the factory to work. However, all along something 都有喺工廠攞嘢返 have to go to the factory to get things back. I'm not sure what that sentence means. It says something about a habit, so maybe that she has the habit of that route, like going to the factory in the morning. Oh, I didn't read the rest of the phrase. It goes on from there. 攞嘢返屋企做好似玩具車同公仔咁 So get things back home to do, such as toy car and doll. All along, so however, instead, all along have the habit in going to the factory to get things back home to do, such as toy car and doll. Well, we know she worked at the factory, so maybe it's saying that she just goes there to get stuff for the son? Not sure, a little confused there. And by the way, I do want to replay that. I didn't catch the... I guess we'll listen to it when we follow along, but I didn't catch the pronunciation on this, if it was 玩具車 or 玩具車. Okay, and then part 4. So 到我哋大咗 So until we grow up, 識得照顧自己 know how to look after ourselves 識得照顧自己阿媽先至出返去返工 出返去返工 Only at that time will she go back to work 阿媽最初去工廠做包裝工人 So in the beginning she worked at the factory packaging as a packing worker. Yeah. 包裝工人後尾啲廠搬晒上大陸 So later the factory, I forget what 搬晒 moved 搬晒上大陸 moved back to the mainland, or moved north to the mainland. 阿媽就轉咗去而家呢間公司做阿嬸 So later that moved to the mainland, and then mom changed jobs to the factory 呢間公司 working as a tea lady 做阿嬸 So factory leaves to the mainland, so she changes jobs, works as a tea lady now instead of a factory worker. Okay. It's always easier when you read it, but when it's new vocabulary, listening is fairly difficult. Okay, so let's listen one more time. And we'll follow along this time and practice reading the characters.
第一課阿爸同阿媽。我阿爸阿媽都係喺大陸出世嘅。阿爸18歲，偷渡嚟香港。20歲嗰陣，人哋介紹佢返大陸識阿媽，跟住佢哋就喺大陸結婚。結婚之後，阿爸就申請阿媽嚟香港，等咗4年。阿媽就申請到落嚟香港。阿媽嚟到香港之後，就去工廠做嘢。過咗1年，阿哥出世，阿媽要湊阿哥，所以阿媽就冇去工廠做嘢，但係就一直都有喺工廠 攞嘢返屋企做，好似玩具車同公仔咁。到我哋大咗，攞嘢返屋企做，好似玩具車同公仔咁。到我哋大咗，識得照顧自己，阿媽先至出返去返工。阿媽最初去工廠做包裝工人，後尾啲廠搬晒上大陸，阿媽就轉咗去而家呢間公司做阿嬸。
Okay, so that word was 玩具車. 玩具車 is the toy car. 玩具車. Yeah, not bad on that one. So now on to chapter 2. So chapter 2 is relatives, which is chun tik. I've never heard that word before, so that's new to me. So first part, a yeah is grandfather on father's side. A ma is grandmother on father's side. Yi ging, already. Mhai do, not here, or passed away. Mhai do. Hing dai zi mui, brothers and sisters. Lok silai, all come down. Chun tik, relatives. Dai luk, mainland. Okkayan, okkayans, family members, like house people. Bei gao siu, relatively less. So bei gao is comparatively, or compare and contrast. So it's like comparatively. Siu is less. Sarang Dailuk, to return to the mainland or go to the mainland. Dodi, more. Part 2, Tong Sarang, is usually. Learn Sam Ti, 2 or 3 times. So I think we talked about this already, but in a past video or study session, but you can put 2 numbers next to each other if they're next to each other in the number line, and you can use it to mean one or the other. So this is saying 2 or 3 times. You could say Lok Ti would be 5 or 6 times. Lok Ti. There's a special rule for, I think it's 9 or 10, because if you say Gao Sup Ti, you don't know if that means 9 or 10 or 90. So I think the rule there is you go like backwards and say Gao Bat Ti, which means 8 or 9, or 9 or 10. There's some exception there. I'm probably not representing it correctly, but for other than that exception, it's just the 2 numbers next to each other, 2 or 3 or 3 or 4. It's pretty cool. So you can use that for times. This T is times, but you can use this same pattern for other things, like hours or 2 or 3 of an item. I think it works for all those. And then next, tam is to visit. Ngõ tam lei, I visit you. Ngõ會探你, I will visit you. Guangzhou is the Guangzhou region of China. I don't know if it's region or city. I'm not familiar enough with the geography to know if that's actually city or region. I think it's a city. Mxin is can't say that. I know Xin is also regard, so I don't know if this is like can't regard or can't say that. Hou Yun is very far, so Yun is distance. Dap Fuate is to take a train. Dap and then 火車 is train. 兩三個鐘 2 or 3 hours. This is exactly what I was saying above, so you can use the same pattern, 2 or 3, with other things, 2 or 3 hours. I swear I didn't look at this ahead of time, but it's a good, I'm glad they showed that to like reinforce the concept. Do again. So this was the one that was meant until in the previous chapter, but it also means like arrive. And I think this is the same do for successfully as well. Yao si, sometimes. So si is the same si in si gan, which is the noun for time itself. So, and we know that yao is to have. So you have time sometimes. Yao si, sometimes. 自己, oneself. Then we have 陪, which is to accompany. 我陪你去超級市場. I accompany you to the supermarket. 我陪你去超級市場. 好少 is seldom. Part 3, we have 另外, which is besides. 亦都, which means also. 寫信 is to write a letter. So 寫 means write. 信 is letter. What's another word that has sun in it? Sun. 明信片 is a postcard. 明信片. I feel like I know a couple others with sun, but not coming to me at the moment. 以前, previously. 長途電話, so long distance phone call. So we know 電話 is phone. 長, this is the word I used earlier to illustrate jai, so jai chang, longest. So chang means long. I don't know what to is, so chang to dinwa, long distance phone call. King dinwa is to chat on the phone. Ika is now. Dinwa fai is the telephone fee. I don't know if that's like the monthly charge or if that's like back in the day with a phone booth, you would put a quarter in or a nickel or whatever, and there's a fee to use the phone. I would assume in this dialogue it would mean like the phone bill, but not sure. 平咗, getting cheaper. You could say 平啲 would be cheaper, as in like if you're comparing something, it's saying this is 平啲, this is cheaper. 多咗, getting more, or 多啲, more. 平啲, or 多啲. I guess the opposite of like 平啲in terms of cheaper, you could say 貴啲, which would be like more expensive. This is just 多啲, is just more, or 多咗 is getting more. Okay, so I think I know this vocabulary a little bit more, but still feels like a lot more words than in previous stories. So we'll see if I can pick out what they're saying or not. All right, here we go. Let's listen carefully. Try to listen intently. Try not to get stuck on a word you don't know, and just kind of listen for the broad strokes meaning of the passage. Even if we don't get the details, we can try to focus on the general sense of the story.
第二課親戚，我阿爺阿嫲已經唔喺度，阿爸啲兄弟姊妹又落晒嚟香港，所以佢冇親戚喺大陸。但係阿媽就有好多屋企人同親戚喺大陸，所以阿爸比較少上大陸。但係阿媽 就會上多啲。阿媽通常一年上2-3次大陸探佢啲屋企人，佢哋住喺廣州，搭火車2-3個鐘就到，唔算好遠。有時阿媽會自己上大陸，有時阿爸會陪佢一齊上。我同阿哥細佬就好少上。另外，阿媽亦都會寫信俾佢啲屋企人。以前長途電話好貴，所以好少傾電話。而家長途電話費平咗，佢哋亦都多咗傾電話。
Okay, so I think that advice I just said actually helped me. Hopefully it helped you as well. There were a couple times there where I sort of caught myself getting stuck on a word and I just let it go. And the funny thing is I feel like I kind of picked up the meaning as I continued to listen rather than staying focused on the word, and kind of got the meaning anyway by just continuing to focus on what was being said as it was being said. That's definitely a skill I need to develop more because I get stuck on words I don't know quite often. So the overall summary was, let's see, it was the dad's, so it was Yaya and Mama. So it was the dad's parents are not here, they've already passed away. And I think he said that the dad's siblings, the the siblings, or I think they've already all come down to Hong Kong. So the dad doesn't go to the mainland very often. And then comparatively, the mom has family in Guangzhou they live in Guangzhou. So usually, I think it said usually once per year she will go up to the mainland to visit them. Then Ling says something about, I think the dad, I don't know if it was the dad goes with the mom or not. I think Ling goes with the mom, but something about the older brother, Ago, and the Silo, the younger brother, don't go as often, something like that. And then she said that the mom writes letters to send to the family in Guangzhou. Something about in the past they didn't call very often because it was expensive. Oh, and then somewhere in here, I don't know if it was before then, they said that to get to Guangzhou they would take a train for 2 or 3 hours, which is not seen to be very long. Like it's not, most people don't feel like that's that long of a trip. And then so then the phone call was expensive long distance. So that 電話費 is must be the long distance fee. So in the past they didn't call on the phone. 但係而家電話費平啲, I think is what they said, or 平咗. So now however the fee is cheaper now. So the mom will 多啲傾偈, 多啲傾電話. They'll talk more often. And I think that was pretty much it. So I think this one, unlike the chapter 1, I think this one I feel more comfortable with. However, as you know, you could understand 98% of it, but that 2% you don't understand potentially could change the meaning significantly. So let's see how we did. All right, so practice some reading. 我阿爺阿嫲已經唔喺度，阿爸啲兄弟姊妹就搭晒嚟香港。So the grandpa and grandma on the dad's side are not here. Dad's brothers and sisters all came down to Hong Kong. Therefore, 所以佢冇親戚喺大陸。 So he doesn't have any relatives in the mainland. 但係阿媽就有好多屋企人。However, mom has a lot of family members. 屋企人同親戚喺大陸。Family members and relatives in the mainland. 所以阿爸比較少上大陸，但係阿媽就會上多啲。So mom will go up there more often. So he goes up there relatively less. Part 2. 阿媽通常一年上2-3次大陸探佢哋屋企人。So here we go. So here's something I didn't get. I missed it when I listened to it. She says the mom usually in 1 year will go 2 or 3 times, not once per year, but 2 or 3 times per year to visit her family. 佢哋住喺廣州. They live in 廣州. 搭火車2-3個鐘就到. So taking the train takes 2 or 3 hours to arrive. 唔算好遠. So can't say that it's very far. "有時阿媽會自己上大陸." So sometimes she'll go by herself. 有時阿爸會陪佢一齊上. So sometimes dad will go with her together. Oh, okay. So then finally it says 我同阿哥細佬就好少上. So the 3 kids go seldomly go. So that's another one where I sort of got it partially right, but not entirely. And then part 3 says 另外阿媽亦都會寫信俾佢啲屋企人. So besides, mom also will write a letter to send or give to them. 以前, so previously 以前長途電話好貴. So it's very expensive to have the long distance call. 所以好少傾電話. 而家長途電話費平咗. So now the long distance fee has gotten cheaper. 佢哋亦都多咗傾電話. So they chat on the phone more often now. Okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I got a pretty reasonable amount of that correct just listening to it the first time. How did you do out there? Any particular words that you got wrong or had trouble with? If so, leave a comment and we can discuss your experience and which words you're finding trouble with in these dialogues. Okay, so now let's listen to it one more time and follow along with the characters and get some additional reading practice.
第2課親戚。我阿爺阿嫲已經唔喺度，阿爸啲兄弟姊妹又落晒嚟香港，所以佢冇親戚喺大陸。但係阿媽就有好多屋企人同親戚喺大陸，所以阿爸比較少上大陸，但係阿媽就會上多啲。阿媽通常一年上2-3次大陸探佢啲屋企人， 佢哋住喺廣州，搭火車2-3個鐘就到，唔算好遠。有時阿媽會自己上大陸，有時阿爸會陪佢一齊上。我同阿哥細佬就好少上。另外，阿媽亦都會寫信俾佢啲屋企人。以前長途電話好貴，所以好少傾電話。而家長途電話費平咗，佢哋亦都多咗傾電話。第3課。
Okay. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. I always like to look at the characters because when I'm reading them in context, it helps even more so than just doing the flashcard review. Although the flashcard review helps as well. So it's just kind of getting the exposure in different ways. Okay, one more chapter. Chapter 3. So chapter 3 is, let's see, where does chapter 3 start? Here we go. Chapter 3, MTR is out of order. So they teat why zaw, they teat why zaw. They teat is the underground subway. Why is broken. And zaw is past tense. So out of order, broken. Vocab. Diu zhou, morning. It's the same zhou as in zhou sun. Hei sun is to raise the body, aka get up. Hei sun. Pei dan is preserved egg. So dan is egg. I think this is the same pei as in skin. Let's double check that. Oh, maybe not. I think this is, oh, maybe. So this is quilt or passive. Pei dan. Yeah, it is. Okay, so pei is leather, skin, fur. Also means wrapper. So in this sense, I don't know what it means in this sense, but I know together pei dan is preserved egg. And so you'll hear that in like pei dan juk, preserved egg kanji. Pei dan juk. Then we have sao yok. Sao yok, lean pork. Pei dan sao yok juk. Preserved egg, lean pork kanji. Pei dan sao yok juk. They teat, MTR. They teat. Dim zi. How can one know? Dim zi. How do you know? How can you know? Why zaw? Out of order. Part 2. Buin loi means originally. I think this is the equivalent to yun loi. Yun loi. Let's double check that. How would I type that? Yun loi. I'm not sure how to type what I want. I can just do originally. See. So buin loi is the one that we're learning here, but there's another word that I've learned. Oh, it's yun. I guess you could say yun buin as well for originally, but I was thinking yun loi. So maybe if I do it this way. No, still not finding it. Sometimes, these are some of the challenges with the keyboards. So you can't always get exactly what you want. So I'm going to try to copy paste. Oh, there it is right there. Yun loi also means originally, so I think these are synonyms. Then we have Dixie, taxi, Gindo, to see, Sang, sing almost. 排隊 to line up or queue. That's new for me. 小巴站 so this is the light bus or minibus station. 好遠 very far. 改去 change to. So I've learned 改 as in 改變 to change. So this seems like another synonym for 轉, which we just talked about. 轉去改去巴士站 bus stop. 等到 wait until. 第三架巴士 third bus. 第三架巴士上到車 get on the 上到車 get on the vehicle. And then part 3 we have 因為 because. 返工時間 rush hour time to go to work. 塞車 is traffic jam. 結果 as a result. And 遲到 being late. 早到 would be early. 遲到 would be being late. Okay, so I can see where this is going. MTR out of order, so Ling is probably having to do a bunch of transfers between different forms of transportation and try to go to where she needs to for her job, perhaps. All right, so let's listen to it and see how we do. 3, 2, 1, and go.
地鐵壞咗。今日朝早我7點半起身，早餐食皮蛋瘦肉粥。食完早餐之後，我搭地鐵返工，點知地鐵壞咗。本來我想去搭的士，但係我見到有成200人排隊，小巴站又好遠，所以我改去搭巴士。巴士站都有好多人排隊，等到第3架巴士先至上到車。因為係返工時間同埋地鐵壞咗，好塞車，結果我10點3先至返到公司。我公司有好多同事因為地鐵壞咗都遲到。
Okay, a little difficult there. Basically, she got up at 7:30 to go to work, had the 排蛋瘦肉粥 for breakfast, saw the MTR or went to the MTR to go to work, saw it was broken. And then the part I got confused about is something about the taxi versus the minibus. She said originally she was going to take the taxi, but then didn't. Or maybe it was the other way around. She was going to take the minibus and then didn't. And it was something to do with that word that I don't remember. Dai something. Oh, 排隊 to queue, to line up. 排隊. Okay. So then something about the car, and then there was a traffic jam, so that she was late, and then I think basically the coworkers were also late, something to that effect. But a little fuzzy in the back half of this one for me. But I liked the dialogue. It seems like a good dialogue to study. So, okay, so let's go read through it now. Part 1. So, 今日朝早我7點半起身. So, this morning I woke up at 7:30. 早餐食皮蛋瘦肉粥. So for breakfast I ate the 皮蛋瘦肉粥. 食完早餐之後, so after I finished eating, 我搭地鐵返工. I take the MTR to go to work. 點知地鐵壞咗. Who knows, how would you know that it's broken, I guess? 本來我想去搭的士. So originally I wanted to take a taxi, 但係見到有成200 有成200人排隊 is that how you say it? Or where is it? Yeah, 排隊. I think that's the same pie as in 排骨, which is like ribs. Let's look that up. Pork chop, spare ribs. So 排骨, bone. So the pie is got this 手 on the left and then 肺 on the right. Fei. So, oh no, it's not sao, it's another one similar to sao. So, pai guat is pork chop. So this is pai. Where did it go? Pai doi. To line up or queue. So she said originally she wants to take the taxi. Gindo yao sing yibat. Almost 200 people yibat yan pai doi waiting. So at first I thought I misread that and was like 200. Why would there be 200 people waiting for taxis? But of course the MTR is broken, and in Hong Kong the MTR is just crazy busy all the time because it's awesome. It's a really efficient subway system. So if the MTR, the whole MTR is down, then there's going to be a lot of people trying to get to work in the morning, taking all sorts of modes of transportation. So 見到有成200人排隊，小巴站有好遠。The minibus station is very far, 所以我改去搭巴士。Therefore, I changed to take a bus. So I guess instead of the minibus. So coming from Chicago, it's really, you can take our L, you can take the CTA and take the trains, the elevated, or you can take buses. I don't really think there's much of an industry for minibuses, but in Hong Kong there's really, multiple tiers of transportation. There's these little minibuses, which is, they can fit like maybe 12, 15 people, maybe 20. And then there are typical like buses you might be more familiar with that are 70 people or however many they fit. So I've been on both style. Honestly, a little bit more comfortable with the regular buses just because it's a similar setup as in Chicago or New York or San Francisco. You go in, you just tap your card or put your thing in and go. The minibuses, it's a lot more dialogue heavy, like you're having a conversation with the driver and getting in and stuff. And so since I'm not very fluent, in the past at least, that's been very challenging. So it sounds like she wanted to take the minibus, but it's too far away to go to the station, so she's taking a regular bus. So then 巴士站都有好多人排隊. So the bus station also has a lot of people waiting. 等到第三架巴士先至上到車. So only after waiting for the third bus, 第三架巴士先至上到車. Only after the third bus was I able to get on. So the other ones just filled up right away. 因為係返工時間同埋地鐵為咗，因為係返工時間同埋地鐵為咗。It's because it's rush hour and the MTR is out of order. 好塞車, very very much a traffic jam. 好塞車. 結果我10:3先至返到公司. Wow, so 10:15, 10:3. So we know 10 is 10 hour, 10 o'clock, and then 3, in this case, if it's just a number, it refers to the number on the clock. So sam is 3, which is 15 minutes after the hour. So sabtim sam is 10:15. So only arrived at 10:15. Like basically like finally arrived by 10:15. 我公司有好多同事因為地鐵壞咗都遲到. So my company has many colleagues because of the MTR outage who were also late. 我公司有好多同事因為地鐵壞咗都遲到. That's a kind of a complex sentence to me. Like I don't really understand the structure there. 我公司有好多同事因為地鐵壞咗都遲到. I mean, it makes sense, but it's not the way. If someone asked me how to say this English part in Cantonese, I don't know if I could have come up with that. So my company this part makes sense. Up to 同事. 我公司有好多同事. My company has a lot of coworkers. I probably would have split it into 2 sentences and said 我公司有好多同事好多同事遲到 or 都遲到因為地鐵壞咗. But that wouldn't really make sense to say like because it's broken, because the reader, we already know that the subway is broken. So I think really what this means is my company has a lot of coworkers who are late because of the outage, because of the downtime. Okay. All right, so now, yeah, we're running a little bit long today. I think it's because of these chapters are a little bit more complex, but that's okay. We're going to very quickly listen one more time, follow along, and then I do still want to do a little bit of flashcarding before we end for today. So let's rewind this, listen one more time.
第3課地鐵壞咗。今日朝早我7點半起身，早餐食皮蛋瘦肉粥。食完早餐之後，我搭地鐵返工，點知地鐵壞咗。本來我想去搭的士，但係我見到有成200人排隊，小巴站又好遠，所以我改去搭巴士。巴士站都有好多人排隊，等到第3架巴士先至上到車。因為係返工時間同埋地鐵壞咗，好塞車，結果我10點3先至返到公司。我公司有好多同事因為地鐵壞咗都遲到。
Okay, great. It's a really rewarding experience when you can notice the characters and say, oh yeah, I know most of these. These are pretty good. So I'm pretty excited that I feel like my reading comprehension is coming a long way since even I started doing these streams a couple months ago. Just takes more practice, you know. Sometimes you get a little discouraged. Sometimes you're not sure if you're making progress, but I feel like the answer is always just more practice. Not think too much about the result, just the process of doing it. Okay, so that is it for chapters. We did the first 3 chapters today. Now I do want to do some flashcards. I have not made the new deck for the new story yet, so let me quickly do that. So we're going to create a deck. We'll call it Ling's Stories 2, 1 through 3. And let's see if I can quickly make this happen. It's in the options here somewhere. Oh, I think it's because I did create a deck. I don't need create a deck. I need a filtered deck here. filter deck. So we want actually, I apologize. I need to browse quickly to see what the tags were for this. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So instead what we'll do is we'll just do we'll do a little bit of the freshman, and then I'll have to get the vocabulary fixed for next time. But for now, we'll rebuild this deck. Let's see. Rebuild. Let's do some review from last week's stories. So a house with more than one story or building would be is that Cheng Lao or Lao? Yeah.
Lao. Lao.
Lao. Okay. 而且 is moreover.
而且
This is 住, isn't this live?
住
Underground is 地鐵.
地下
Oh, sorry. This is underground, as in, or ground floor, not the subway. Not the underground, as in the underground subway, but ground floor. 地下.
地下
To demand, request, coerce, to want. Well, to want would be you.
要
Look. 睇下. Check it out.
睇下
睇下.
美國
美國 is America.
通常
通常 is usually, normally.
通常所以
所以 is therefore.
所以
去過 is you've been to.
去過
去過.
鍾意
鍾意 is to like something or someone.
鍾意
鍾意. 嗰陣 at that time.
嗰陣
嗰陣 those days, at that time, back then. Because, owing to, on account of, due to. Well, because would be 因為.
因為
One is to look or search or find.
揾
Airplane is 飛機.
飛機
To do, to make. Well, to do would be 做 work, 做嘢, 做工,
做
做. Mommy.
媽咪
同事 is a coworker.
同事
Language, dialect, spoken word, speech. Talk. Is this 話 or 講? 話.
話
Okay. 廣東話, 普通話. A place, to a place, or until a time. This is that do we talked about.
Do.
Do. You see that do has the left-hand side is 字 from 先字. So this character here, the Z and 先字, which means like only after 先字. So that's the left part of this, and then it has the legs on the right-hand side. This is 結果 as a result, outcome.
結果
結果. This is die. This is like to lead, I think. To wear. Oh, it means to lead as well. To wear, to carry.
帶
Okay. Meals and dishes. Meals would be oh, I just had it. Meals would be song.
Song.
We've talked about this before where it can mean like deliver, but with the sick on the left hand side it means dishes. This is Geichang. This is airport.
機場
Hodi, better.
好啲
Okay, we'll do 2 or 3 more. So, and or as well as, is this yikdo or tongmai? Or yi, can be yi as
Yi.
well. Okay. Gung hai. So kind of like of course.
梗係
Gung hai. Gung hai la, gung hai la. This is pai. This was like dispatched.
派
So like 我經理派我去嗰度做嘢. So my manager dispatched me to go over there to work. 我經理派我去嗰度做嘢，嗰度做工. To clean. Well, let's see. 污糟 is dirty. 乾淨 is clean, but this is not 乾淨. This is the verb to clean, I think, which is 切 something 切. I don't know, I forget. 清潔, that's what it is. 清潔.
清潔
清潔. Restaurant, this could be 청樓, this could be 酒樓, this could be a number of things. 酒樓.
酒樓
Actually, what is 청樓? I forget what 청樓is. I just said that, but oh yeah, 청樓is just a multi-storied building. It's not a restaurant. I was thinking of there's 酒樓, and there's also, what was the Western style one? Not sure, I forget. Okay, let's do 1 or 2 more. I know I said that 3 or 4 ago, but do 1 or 2 more. This is do so. Do so is like mostly.
多數
Do so mostly.
出世
Last one. Chusai is to be born.
出世
Chusai. Okay, so sync that. So that's it for today. I really enjoyed the first 3 chapters of Ling Stories 2. I think that it's a little bit more challenging, actually. But what do you think? If you have an opinion on this one versus the previous stories, if you think it's more difficult or about the same, let me know either way. I will take an action between now and next week to fix the vocab so that we can do some review of the Ling Stories 2 at the end of the next several weeks of studying. But other than that, yeah, it seemed like a pretty good story with some mix of fairly new and a lot of existing words that we've picked up from previous stories from the Cantonese Learning Centre. So I like this reinforcement of existing words we've seen multiple times, multiple stories. I think it helps quite a bit. So with that, we'll sign off for today and see you again same time next week. Thanks.